A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Thompson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This is Geis. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
And this one's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doctson, and it's 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go! Try 38!
Here's Johnson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They'll try and throw for it here. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. DeMarcus Walker able to drop him for a loss of 4. Denver getting the football back here, and this is a Broncos team, Charles, that is on the cusp of back-to-back losing seasons for the first time since 1971-72. That's hard to believe.
Yeah, it is hard to believe because when you think about this league, you think about consistent play. Denver is one of those programs. That's what you get. But they do have a ton of rookies making a big impact, so the future should be pretty bright. Bradley Chubb, you expected that out of him. Deshaun Hamilton, Cortland Sutton on offense. But how about Phillip Lindsay? Undrafted, but now everyone would love to have him in their offense.
Keenum going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patrick. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And on the ground they go with a running back. He's to the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there, 25 yards, and the Broncos have taken the early lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. Now Johnson throwing on 3rd and long. And this one is incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time.
Here we go. Grand 38.
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So the Broncos coming out now. On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Ryan Kerrigan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Let's go, let's go.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. Down right around the 25. On the tackle, it was Greg Stroman, the former Virginia Tech Hokie. Lindsey, the undrafted free agent, had a great college career at Colorado, but what he did to start this season and the way he came out of the gate, really impressive.
And sometimes guys just fit NFL teams where maybe you didn't see it coming. Because Phil Lindsey, as you mentioned, had an excellent college career at Colorado, but different question marks from different teams about size. Can he do this? Can he do that? The answer is he can do just about everything, and especially his ability to get out into open space out in the backfield and create big plays downfield. That's working quite well for him in the early going.
Back to throw, Keenum. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Matt LaCosse from 6 yards away. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Washington Redskins season has been an interesting one. Who would have predicted that the way this year has gone for them, they would still be in the hunt for a playoff spot in the final weeks of the year? Nobody.
No one. How could you?
Josh Johnson at quarterback, Charles.
Yeah, his 12th NFL team. Hadn't thrown an NFL pass since 2011. And what if he became the guy to lead Washington into the playoffs? No one could have written this script. offensive line totally rebuilt multiple times this year. And how many times on the negative side did you say that's a real inconsistent team? But on the positive side, that team battles.
Looking to throw on second down. Johnson caught on the right side. Reed. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. First target, first catch, and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Johnson now looking to throw on second down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
To throw on second down, Johnson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Johnson on third down. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Johnson operating from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it'll bring up third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Johnson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an alley to run. He finds an opening past the 40. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's go.
Keenum on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And McManus able to put it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Now McManus on to kick this one off. So out now come the Redskins. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Johnson to throw on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Come on, let's go. 190.
Johnson now throwing on third and long. And that is incomplete.
So they looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
From the gun, Johnson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Grand 38. Grand 38.
Johnson looking to throw on second down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and it's third down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Here's Johnson. Going to throw on third and goal. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
On fourth down, Johnson. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass.